Hi. So, I hope you all are fine. I'm Akanksha, and we're doing all the college board questions for ACT. So far we have covered ratio, rates, and proportion from the passport advanced math, from the problem solving and data analysis. Then we did geometry and trigonometry. We did circles, lines, angles, and triangles. We also did nonlinear functions in advanced math, quadratic functions, exponential functions, and then rest of the all the functions. So this topic is also from passport to advanced math, equivalent expression. So what we are going to do in equivalent expression, what kind of questions you're going to get. So first of all is operations. Operations means what? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of polynomial functions, rational functions, and then laws of exponents, for example, or law of indices as it is known as in some countries. For example, if you're multiplying the powers, what should happen? If you're dividing, what should happen to the exponents, things like that. And then we have factorization. So yeah, and some identities like a plus b whole squared, a minus b whole squared, a squared minus b squared. So we're going to do all those questions, and there's 79 questions, so I will try to do all of them in one go. So yeah, this is my introduction. Let's get started. So like I do all the time, we are first going to start with the easy questions, and then we'll go to the medium questions. And this time I'm not dividing them I'm not dividing them topic wise, quadratic, exponential, or things like that, because equivalent expressions, it's more or less similar. Okay. Yeah. So let's get started. First easy question is question number 1 only, and it's over here. Okay. There's a suggestion. Oh my god, when these things happen, just give me a second. I don't know. There's a suggestion coming. I should do something like it's a technical thing. I don't know how to do it. Why? Why? I can't have one single live session where everything is normal. That's okay. It's gone. It's still there, but yeah, I will avoid it for now. So yeah, coming back to the questions. Yeah. So the first question is, which expression is equivalent to m to the fourth, q to the fourth, z to the negative 1, m q to the fifth, z cube. So this is just one. You just have to apply that when bases are same, and they are multiplied, you add the exponents. So m to the fourth and m, they're multiplied together. So you will just add the exponents. 4 plus 1, so it should be m to the fifth. And now you check the options. There is only one option with m to the fifth, so we won't be wasting time with anything else. But q should be 9, z should be 3 minus 1, that is 2. So you're just adding the exponents. And this is my answer. So m to the fourth times m is going to be 4 plus 1, that is m to the fifth. Similarly, q4, q5 is going to be q 4 plus 5, q to the power 9. And then z minus 1, z cube is z minus 1 plus 3, z squared. So our final answer is m to the fifth, q to the power 9, z squared. Now the next question is question number 4. Also, one more thing, this is one topic where Desmos is also not very helpful because these are the operations which Desmos is not very helpful for this particular section. Let me also tell you that this is addition of polynomials. Like I told you, operations will be there. So addition of polynomials, you add the like terms, you combine like terms. So x plus 2x are your like terms, and then 5 plus negative 3 are your like terms. X plus 2x is 3x, 5 plus negative 3, 5 minus 3 is 2. So the answer is 3x plus 2. That's it. Next is question number 16. So I'll be going to page number 16. Again, the same thing. This is subtraction. 11x cubed minus 5x cubed, both are like terms. So 11 minus 5 is 6. Answer is going to be 6x cubed. When they are like terms, you just add or subtract the coefficient. The power of x remains the same. Next is question number 17. Again, the same thing, 50x squared plus 5x squared. You're adding the polynomials. 50 plus 5 is 55. Answer is 55x squared. I'm just, yeah. Next one is question number 19. Again, whenever there are more than one operation, always apply PEMDAS. So in parentheses or BODMAS for Indian students, or GEMS if you're from somewhere else. So first we take care of parentheses, brackets or groups. So 4W plus 3W is 7W. It will be 20W minus 7W, that is 13W. Twenty minus 7 is 13W. First we are doing this, then we are doing this one. Next is question number 21. Again, the same thing. It's also PEMDAS. So first you do the distributive property because 3 is multiplied with both x and 5. And then you subtract 6. So this is going to be 3x plus 15 minus 6. Answer is 3x plus 9. And whenever you have things like this, because sometimes you forget, so remember that you have to multiply 3 with both x and 5. Next is question number 31. So in this one, which expression is equivalent? Again, this is subtraction of polynomials. So here there is a parentheses. So you have to distribute the negative to all three of them. Okay. And then this will become plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 7. Because whenever there is subtraction and there is a whole polynomial after that in parentheses, you change sign of each and every term. So 2x square plus 3x square is going to be 5x square. There's only negative 2x, so it's going to be negative 2x. Then you have negative 4 plus 7, that's going to be 3. So answer is 5x squared minus 2x plus 3. This is our answer, and also let me do the first step as well. You're distributing the negative to all three of them. Then this negative is gone, okay, because this has been distributed. And yeah, whatever signs are there, you just combine them. You can also do it horizontally. Like this is, this is horizontal subtraction. You can also do vertical subtraction. I will show you that also. So you write in decreasing power. So it will be 2x squared plus 0x minus 4. And then 3x squared minus 2x plus 7. And this is minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 7. Yeah, my bad. Because this is the polynomial. Minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 7. Now because we are subtracting, we will change the sign of all of them. The second polynomial. So now this is plus 3x squared. 2 plus 3 is 5x squared. 0 minus 2 is minus 2x. Negative 4 plus 7 is plus 3. This is also what you can do, whichever way you like. Now the next one. Hi, hi. Yeah, tell me, what is your question? Yeah, so Chorbais, whenever you're ready, do let me what is your question. Till then, I'm moving to the next one. Question number 34. Because in the last session, 50 questions took 4 hours, so I don't know how much these will take, but yeah. So now here they want to know the factorization, like I told you, operations, factorization, and laws of exponents. This is what kind of questions we are going to get in this particular module. So 2x squared plus 38x plus 10. You see, 2 is there everywhere. 2, 38, 10, all these are multiples of 2. So you can divide all three numbers, all three terms with 2, and you can take 2 common. This will be x squared. 38 divided by 2 is 19. This will be 19x. 10 divided by 2 is 5. This will be 5. So 2 is a factor. Now the factors are, this is a factor, and this entire thing is a factor. If you want, you can further simplify it, but we can see this is not further simplifiable because 5 is 5 and 1. So here it should be either 4 or 6. It's 19. You cannot get 19 from 5. So our answer is 2. 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. Okay. This is 2x minus 1 whole squared. Yeah, this is 2x minus 1 whole squared. Oh, you want me to solve? Okay. So let me get this kind of question, and then I will solve. I'll show you the solution. It's simple. It's a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. You don't even have to solve it. Okay, I will just do it. So this is extra. Factorize 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. 4x squared you can write as 2x whole squared. The third term 1 you can write as 1 squared. And now you just have to check if negative 4x is 2 times 2x times 1. Only the sign is, yeah, just check with 4x. This is 4x, so this is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. And this is always a minus b whole squared. So this is 2x minus 1 whole squared. We're using the identity. Yes, I can speak Hindi. तो 4x स्क्वायर्ड माइनस 4x प्लस 1 है. इसमें सीधे सीधे वो वाला फॉर्मूला इस्तेमाल हुआ है a माइनस बी का होल स्क्वायर, क्योंकि आपको 3 टर्म्स दिख रहे हैं, ट्राइनोमियल है. 4x स्क्वायर परफेक्ट स्क्वायर है, वो 2x का होल स्क्वायर है. जो तीसरा टर्म है 1, वो 1 का स्क्वायर है. ठीक है, और जो बीच वाला टर्म है वो होना चाहिए 2ab. तो अभी अपना a कितना है 2x, b कितना है 1. तो 2 इंटू 2x इंटू 1 देखते हैं अपन, 4x आ रहा है. तो 4x स्क्वायर माइनस 4x प्लस 1 को आप लिख सकते हो a स्क्वायर माइनस 2ab प्लस b स्क्वायर, है ना, क्योंकि ए स्क्वायर हो गया अपना 4x स्क्वायर, माइनस 2ab हो गया अपना माइनस 4x, बी स्क्वायर हो गया अपना प्लस 1. तो ये बन गया a माइनस बी का होल स्क्वायर. ए का वैल्यू है 2x, बी का वैल्यू है 1. तो इसीलिए आंसर हो गया 2x माइनस 1 होल स्क्वायर. इसको ऐसे सॉल्व करते हैं. या सो फ्रॉम यहाँ से a 2x आ गया, यहाँ से b 1 आ गया. फॉर दस ऑल्सो फ्रॉम हियर a is 2x, b is 1, and this is how we can solve it. Moving forward to the next question, 37. वैसे we'll get these kind of questions. How is your answer 1/2? You're factorizing this. Oh, you want to solve it, so 2x minus 1 whole squared is equal to 0 आप करोगे तो x का वैल्यू 1/2 हो जाएगा. ठीक है, आपको सॉल्व करना है. अच्छा, आपको फैक्टराइज नहीं करना है, आपको सॉल्व करना है. तो सॉल्व करते टाइम क्या होगा? Now you have 2x minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. 2x minus 1 is 0. So from here x is 1/2. So x का वैल्यू will be 1/2. Yeah. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah. Everybody else who hasn't subscribed yet, please keep subscribing. Yeah. Thank you so much. Now the next question is 37. Yes. So this expression 2x squared plus ax is equivalent to x times 2x plus 1. So we're talking about equivalent expressions, and equivalent is a keyword that you will be seeing a lot. Equivalent means they are the same. So what is the value of a? So you just like use the distributive property, multiply x and 2x plus 7, see what you're getting. So 2x squared plus ax is equal to x times 2x plus 7. Distribute. You will get 2x squared plus 7x. So a has to be equal to 7. These are already equal. The coefficient of x is 7. The coefficient of x is a, so a has to be 7. So that's question number 37. The next one is question number 40. Page number is also 40. Again, which of the following is equivalent? Equivalent to means you have to solve it, which is the same. So here also you have to apply PEMDAS, multiply, distributive property, and then just add. So I'm directly doing it. This will be 2x squared minus 2x plus 3x squared minus 3x. I'm distributing 2 to both x squared minus x. Oh, there is one more way of doing this. I always delete this. Okay. This is our method 1 that you're distributing. And combine like terms. I'll also tell you the second method, which is easier method. Yeah, so after distribution it is 2x squared minus 2x plus 3x squared minus 3x. Now combining like terms, 2x squared plus 3x squared. And then you have negative 3x minus 2x here. This is 5x squared, this is minus 5x. So our answer is 5x squared minus 5x. Easier way and method to how I would have done it. I would have used grouping factorization by grouping. What do I mean by that? So you have 2x squared minus x plus 3x squared minus x. You see this x squared minus x is a common factor because the factors of the first term are 2 and x squared minus x. For the second term are 3 and x squared minus x. So x squared minus x is a common factor. You can write it just one time. Here 2 is remaining plus here 3 is remaining. So this is 5 times x squared minus x because 2 plus 3 is 5. Answer is 5x squared minus 5x. This is also what you can do. Hi, Giz and Rahul. Yeah. So the answer is 5x squared minus 5x. Next is question number 42. Which of the following is equivalent to 2x cubed plus 4? And in the options, you can see they have factorized it. So 2x cubed plus 4, we can see that 2 is common. So I will take 2 outside. In parentheses, 2 goes out, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So it's 2 times x cubed plus 2. This is our answer. Next question is 45. There are a lot of them. There are total 26 questions. Yeah. Overall, there are 79. 26 are easy questions. 9x squared plus 5x, which is equivalent. This is also factorization. So you see x is, because this is x times x, this is x. 9x squared is, there are 2x here, there is 1x here, 1x you can take outside. In 9 and 5, there is no common factor, so I can't do anything over there. And it will just be 9x plus 5. So when you take 1x outside, you keep decreasing all the parts of x. So x squared will become x will just vanish. Because you're dividing with x squared divided by x is x divided by x is 1. Or if you want further explanation, the next is 46. Yeah, you can see the wall here. It's because of the chair. Yeah, because it's a wooden chair, this has been done. And you were not able to see it before because my laptop was slightly in the middle, but right now it's shifted here. Now, this one, 46. Yeah. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to this? So over here, this is opposite of factorization. This is multiplication. So you will just use distributive property. 2a squared times a plus 3 distribute. 2a cubed plus 6a squared. A cubed times a is, you're just applying the law of indices. So law of exponents we are using everywhere. 2 plus 1, so it's 3. And then it's just 6a squared. So 2a cubed plus 6a squared, this is our answer. 48 is the next one. 5x square minus 50xy square. So this is also your factorization. So far we have been seeing factorization, distribution, PEMDAS, operations on polynomial. Those questions are lots of them are here. 5x square minus 50xy square. So first we see the number 5 and 50. 5 is common. You write 5 outside. There is x squared. There is x. So x is there. The lowest power of x is 1. So we'll take x outside. There is no y square in the first term. So yeah, that is what we are done. Now 5x squared divided by 5x will be just x. To make 50 from 5, you need 10. X is already there and you need y squared. So 5x times x minus 10y squared is the answer. Next is 51. Which expression is equivalent to this one? So this is just addition of polynomials. So you combine the like terms. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16x squared plus 9x is the answer. And you just have plus 9x. So 60. What I do, so that I don't get confused, I combine all the like terms together. This is like, yeah, I write all the terms of x squared over here. I write all the terms of x over here. I write all the constants over here. Add or subtract them and then just join them back. 52 is the next one. Or, yeah, no. 52 also, it's addition of two polynomials. That was just simplifying a polynomial. So here also you can use vertical or horizontal method. In vertical method, you write first polynomial, rewrite the second polynomial, and you write like terms together, like all the x squared, all the x, and all the constants together, and there's addition. So signs are not going to change. 2 plus 1, 3x squared, 1 plus 6, 7x, minus 9 plus 1. It is not 9 plus 1, it is negative 9 plus 1. Remember that negative 9 plus 1 is minus 8 or negative 8. So 3x squared plus 7x minus 8. Or second method is I directly combine them and yeah, like this. Because you're adding them. So this is 3x squared, this is 7x, this is minus 8. Same thing. After 52, we have 61, which is an easy question. Okay, which of the following is equivalent to the expression above? Now you see this is multiplication of two binomials. So you can apply FOIL. For American students, Indian students, you can just multiply each term with each term. So you multiply 2x cubed with both of them, you multiply 3x with both of them. So you're multiplying the firsts together, 2x cubed times x cubed. This is going to be 2x to the 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. Now you're multiplying the outers together. This is your f, this is your o, this is your I, and this is your L. Outers, so 2x cubed times negative 2x. This is not subtraction, this is a dot, that means multiplication. So this is going to be negative 4x to the 4th. 3 plus 1 is 4. Now the inners, 3x times x cubed, that's 3x to the 4th. Lasts 3x times negative 2x, negative 6x squared. You have got all your terms, add them together, 2x to the 6th, negative 4x to the 4th, plus 3x to the 4th, negative 6x squared. And now negative 4x to the 4th plus 3x to the 4th, you can combine because they are like terms. So 2x to the 6th minus x to the 4th minus 6x squared. And we as Indians, we don't like to waste time. So how we do it, I will also tell you that. We don't write FOIL like this. We do the exact same thing. So I'll multiply these two together, 2x to the power 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. Now I'll multiply these two together. Is a negative sign, 2 times 2, 4x to the 4th. Now these two together plus 3x to the fourth. Now these two together negative 6x squared. Now combine. It's essentially the same thing, but I'm not writing too much. That's the only thing. Also remember, I always endorse, please cover all the major topics before October SAT. Being pro, yeah, I'm trying being pro, yeah. That is why I started with equivalent expressions, because advanced math is an important topic in SAT. So I'm trying to do that. Yeah, and that is why I'm doing all 79 questions in one go. I don't know how much time it will take, but yeah, I'm trying. All right. So if also if you're comfortable, you can directly. I don't even need these arrow marks, but like I always say, uh, don't rush. If you think you are not comfortable with this method, write everything, like sparing 2 or 3 more seconds or 5 more seconds. It's fine rather than doing the question wrong because you were trying to hurry. Okay. So there's a saying in Hindi, jaldi ka kaam, shaitan ka kaam. So if you're comfortable, then only go about it. Otherwise, do not rush. It just means that uh, hurriedness is a sign of devil. I don't know. I don't know how to convert Hindi muhavras into English or Hindi sayings into English, but yeah. And the other one is there, Durghatna se der bali. That simply means that it's okay if you are being late than to get into an accident while you were rushing. So yeah, remember these two things. Next is 68. Which expression is equivalent? There's only one polynomial. That means you have to just combine the like terms. When you combine the like terms, you can see d square is alone, and there are two terms 8 and 3, so you will add 8 and 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. It will be d squared plus 11. Next one is 69. So in this question, again, you have to find which is equivalent. So this is PEMDAS. You have to multiply, distribute, and then combine like terms. So when you distribute, it will be 2ab minus 6 plus 2. If you can't draw imaginary arrows, make sure that you draw real arrows because you will not leave out anything. And now you just combine like terms. This is minus 6 plus 2. This is, some students, they just do 6 plus 2, 8, and then write minus 8. No, that's not correct. A number or negative is not separate from the term. It goes along. It's like Vikram Vetal. It's a Vetal. It will always go on behind of Vikram. Again, a Hindi reference. So 2ab minus 4, because negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Okay. Yes. Okay. Next slide, we'll do on linear equations. Done. After 16, I also have to do the hack on Desmos, but I'm saving it for the last so that I cover everything, but I will do it before October SAT. Yeah. Next is 71. Also, yeah, for English students, because you don't understand Vikram Betal. So it's like your backpack. So human and backpack, they're not separate. The negative sign is like your backpack, it will always go with you. So never separate it from the term. It is a part of it. So 9x plus 6x, 2y plus 2y plus 3y. We have x, 9 are there, 6 are there, total 15, 2y, 3y, 5y, 15x plus 5y. So again, you're combining the like terms. All are same kind of questions. They are all polynomial. You have to combine the like terms or add them or subtract them. 2 plus 3 is 5. 9 plus 6 is 15. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 6 questions remaining. 72. In 72, this is 256w squared minus 676. Okay, so you can see there are two terms and there is a square. So it can be written in terms of a squared minus b squared. So you just need to find what is your a, what is your b. So I know this is 16w squared and this is 26 squared. So the answer is going to be 16w minus 26 times 16w plus 26. If you do not know, then you have to go to Desmos and find the square roots of 256 and 676. No, this is not the answer. One is minus, one is plus. Because a squared minus b squared is a minus b times a plus b. There will be lots of questions based on this identity. And the one that one of the students Shoair something asked, it was a minus b whole squared, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So if you do not know, but you know that you have to check whether 250, so you just have to check if 256 and 676 are perfect squares. Go to Desmos. For square root, you don't have to look for symbols, just type S, Q, R, T. So you just have to type S, Q, R, T, under root is there. You write 256, it's 16. Same thing again, or you can just change the number over there. 26, 16 and 26. So this is 16 and this is 26. All right. Next is 73. 5x plus 15, equivalent expression, you see parentheses or you see brackets, that means you have to factorize it. That's your Q. Factorize. In 5 and 15, 5 is common. X, there's no x in the second one. Now 15 divided by 5 is 3. So 5 times x plus 3. 76. Just combine like terms. 12 minus 5 is 7, 7x cubed. They're like two easy questions. 77. Which expression is equivalent? Like I said, once I said there are two easy questions. Now factorization, everybody has a different method, so I will have a difficult time explaining it. So you have x squared plus 3x minus 40. So your product should be negative 40. Your sum should be plus 3. So there are, some people make x and then try to find the one. I use a t method because that's far more comfortable for me. How I do it, I will tell you, because there are like lots of methods. There's a like something like this, and then you just write x minus 8, x plus 5, because 40 is 8 times 5, but it can also be 10 times 4. So I will just tell you my method because there are so many methods around the world. Okay, I am not comfortable with those, so I don't use them. How I do, I try to find the factors of 40. So 1 and 40, no, because I have to get 3. I do it in my head, but I try to get 1 and 40 are going to work or not, because I'm just going to write factors of 40 because of my product is 40. And now product is negative, sum is positive. That means one of the number has to be negative and the smaller one has to be negative because sum is positive. So negative 1 and 40 is not going to work. Then I look for 2 and 20. Not going to work because 20 minus 2 is 18. 3 is not a factor. 4 and 10. Not going to work. 5 and 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. This is going to work. And then I just write x plus 8 because the 8 is plus, and then just x minus 5. I do it in my head. Like sometimes you will directly get, okay, it's 3, 8 times 5 is 40 and it's working. So I'm not saying that you have to go about the factors in this particular order, but this is how I try to do it. Okay? This is my method, but you're free to do this method also. I have never felt comfortable with that, but yeah, you can do that as well. And then uh, there is one more method that you just split x squared will be x and x. And then 40 is a negative sign, you're getting plus 3. But here also you'll have to decide what are the signs. So x plus 8, x minus 5. X minus 5, x plus 8. Because 8 minus 5 is plus 3, 8 times negative 5 is negative 14. Last two questions, 78 and 79. So which is equivalent to the sum. So you're adding them. You have to add the like terms. So there is cube, so I will see all the cube terms. There's just r cube. I will look for all the terms of r squared. You have 5r squared over here. And you have r squared over here. Now I will look all the terms of r. There's no r over here. We just have 8r. Because we are adding, that is why I'm putting a plus sign in between them. And then constant, you have 7, you have 12. So r cube plus 6r squared plus 8r plus 19. This is my method. You can also do vertical. So in vertical, how do you do it? You write the first one, r cubed plus 5r squared plus 7. So you have to write all the terms. So for r, you write 0r over here. And the second one, you don't have anything. So yeah, then just r squared, 8r, 12. I prefer first method. If you want, you can do the second method as well. You have to write all the powers of r starting from the greatest one. So cube, squared. If nothing is there, you just write 0r like that. And you're adding 1 plus 0 is just r cubed. 5 plus 1, 6. 0 plus 8 is again 8. 7 plus 12 is 19. Both methods are fine. I prefer the first method. Next is 79. So again, they're doing something and you can see parentheses. That means you have to factorize. So you just have to find the greatest common factor or highest common factor of like GCF or HCF for 12 and 27. So 12 is 3 times 4, 27 is 3 times 9. So I can see 3 is a common factor. I take 3 outside. This is 4x plus 9. This is my answer. Or if you're not comfortable, you can also write 12 is 3 times 4. 27 is 3 times 9. There's nothing common between 4 and 9, so no need to simplify them. 3 is a common factor. Oh, you're facing problem in student. Yeah, I have given that. I will tell you. So the acceptable way to enter the answer is, so if it's a terminating decimal, you write it as it is. If it is a repeating decimal, I always try to get the fraction for it. Or if you go to, thank you, Kamran Mushtaq, for subscribing. Others who haven't yet subscribed, please keep subscribing. So yeah, Sandesh, what I do is, if I can get the fraction value, I always try to write the fraction value, because sometimes what happens, even if you go to Desmos, if it is 0.0625, there was a question where the answer was 0.0625, but Desmos will give you 0.063 if you just write the equation. So then it is not acceptable answer, and you have to go up to 3 decimal places, like 10th place, 100th place, and 1000th place. So after decimal, you need to write at least 3 places. Okay, if it's a repeating decimal. An acceptable way to answer the question. So Sandesh, just give me a second. I will have to open Blue Book. So if you have Blue Book, if you go to Blue Book on the left side, they have this thing that what is the right way of entering the decimal. So you can also see there, but my method is I always look for fraction. If it is a repeating decimal, if it's a terminating decimal, I write my answer in the decimal form as well. But I always try to get the fraction because even I'm not sure what answer they would accept or they would not accept. So fraction, you can never go wrong because in decimal, it could be an approximate answer, but in fraction, it's going to be the exact answer. So that's what I do. But yeah, you have to go up to the 1000th place if I'm not wrong. Yeah, but wait for some time because we're running out of time. So I will show you or you can. I don't have Blue Book right now. I'll have to log in. So just give me a second. I will log in the Blue Book in some time and I will show you there because they tell you like what is the right way of entering the decimals. Oh, you don't even need to do that. Just give me a second. We just can open the physical test. Yeah. So over here. So this is for you, Sandesh. If you go here, this is reading section. Okay, this is also reading section. Okay, in maths, module 1, 27 questions. So yeah, they have 27 questions. Yeah. So over here, if you find more than one correct answer, I can circle only one answer for student response questions, student produced response questions. Your answer can be up to 5 characters for a positive answer and up to 6 characters, including the negative sign for a negative answer, but no more. If your answer is a fraction that is too long, over 5 characters for positive and 6 characters for negative, write the decimal equivalent. Okay. If your fraction is a decimal that is too long, over 5 characters for positive and 6 characters for negative, truncate it or round at the 4th digit. So you have to round or truncate at the 4th digit. Both are acceptable. So for example, if your answer is 1.333333, acceptable answers are 1.333. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are your 5 characters. So you just have, that is what I said. So they can have only 5 characters. Or 1.334 is also acceptable. If you have 12.333333, then you will have to write 12.33 because now your 5 characters are done. But I think you can write 12.3333 or something like that. Okay. Never write your answer in mixed number. Always write as improper fraction or the decimal equivalent. Yeah, and do not include % sign, comma, or dollar sign in your circled answers. So this is what they have given. I hope this was useful. Yeah, thank you, Sandesh. Yeah, so we are done with the easy questions. Now what we are going to do, we're going to move on to the medium questions. Oh, there are 30 medium questions. Medium questions are more than the easy questions. Yeah, there are also most of the questions are polynomials, exponents. There are few with rationals as well. Very few with rationals. It's the same thing, yeah. So just give me a second. I will be right back. I will just get water and eat something and be right there so that I have the energy to do 30 questions in one go. So just give me 2 minutes. Up until then, what I will do, like I always do, last time I forgot, I switched off my camera and this screen was visible. So I'm going to put the first medium question for you guys to solve. So second question is the one. So I'm going to go to the page number 2. You can see this is your first medium question. Until I come back, you can try this one and try to get your answer. So I'll be right back. Sorry, I was on mute. So yeah, hi, I'm back. And has anyone solved the question, or shall we solve it? So since I don't see any uh, uh, like messages in the chat, so I'm going to solve it now. So 4a squared plus 20ab plus 25b squared. There's so many variables, a, b. So you just have to check if the first number is a perfect square, 4a squared, first term is a perfect square, yes, it is a perfect square. Because 4 is a perfect square, it can be written as 2 squared. And then you just check if your third number, the third where you have square term or a constant term, is that a perfect square? So 25 is also a perfect square. And now you check the third term. Now, because they are using A and B, I will not be, so this is, it is a little confusing, but this is, entire thing is going to be your A, this entire thing is going to be your B. And now you multiply these numbers with 2. 2A times 5B times 2. And you check if it is equal to 20AB. 2 to the 4 times 4, 20AB. This is equal to 20AB. So when all these three conditions are a check, then that means it is A plus B whole squared. If the sign is negative over here, it will be A minus B whole squared. A, like I told you, is 2A. So the answer is 2A plus 5B whole squared. So 2A plus 5B is a factor. Now is there sound? I think there's sound right now. Yeah, Ruben, I know the August SAT just got over last week. So how was it, Ruben? Did you attempt it? How were the questions? How was your experience about it? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so my mic was on mute and I realized that, oh, it's on mute. So correct answer is B, that is correct. So now this was the first question. Now moving to the next one, question number 3. Yeah, so P is 3x plus 4, V is x plus 5, which is equivalent to PV minus 2P plus V. So you have to substitute. So PV is going to be 3x. I will find out all three terms separately. Times x plus 5. FOIL. So 3x squared plus 15x. 3x times 5 plus 4 times x is 4x. 5 times 4 is 20. So 3x squared plus 19x plus 20. Next, you need to find negative 2p. That's negative 2 times 3x plus 4. That's negative 6x minus 8. Then there's just v, which is x plus 5. And now you combine all these things. So 3x squared plus 19x plus 20 minus 6x minus 8 plus x plus 5. 3x squared, we don't see any x squared terms, so just 3x squared. Now all the x terms together, 19x minus 6x plus x. And you write plus over here. And now all the constants together, 20 minus 8 plus 5. So 19 minus 6 is 13, 13 plus 1 is 14. So 3x squared plus 14x plus 20 minus 8 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. If you want to combine 6x and x together, remember the negative sign travels with negative 6. So it will be negative 6 plus 1, which will be negative 5. And 19 minus 5 will be 14 again. So 3x squared plus 14x plus 17. This is the answer. Okay. And this is a solution. Look over it, and then I will till then I will see which is the next question. Fifth. Sandesha, it's it's very difficult to say when I'm going to conduct my next class because I don't have a schedule like when I will come next. Whenever I get time, I just come and do the session. But soon, I will do it soon. That's all I can say, but I'm not sure of the time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow. Time also, I'm not sure. I'm really sorry that I can't tell you about that. Question number 5. Which expression is equivalent to 8x times x minus 7 minus 3 times x minus 7 over 2x minus 14? This is your rational expression. So in the top, like I told you factoring about grouping. So what you have to do, I will have to shift my laptop a little bit. Just give me a second. Yeah, because my kitten is over here. So she wants to, yeah, have her seat. So there is numerator, there is denominator. So first I will just do numerator. X minus 7 is a common factor. I will write x minus 7. Now here 8x is remaining, here negative 3 is remaining. So this is the factorization of numerator. Now I will do the same thing with my denominator. I will factorize it. Whenever they say which expression is equivalent to this, and it's a rational function, you factorize the numerator, you factorize the denominator. As you can see, 2 is common, it's x minus 7. And now you divide them. Over 2 times x minus 7. X minus 7 is a factor for both numerator and denominator. You cancel it. Answer is 8x minus 3 over 2. Okay, so take the numerator, factorize it, take the denominator, factorize it, and you don't have to, the mistake that you might do is, you multiply 8x with x minus 7, you multiply 3 with x minus 7, and then you will get an answer, and then you will try to factorize it. No, it's already half factorized. You just see which is common. X minus 7 is a common factor, so you just take it outside. Please don't multiply it all the way and then factorize it. That's just brutal. Next is question number 6. Which is equivalent to this expression, and you can see you have parentheses, that means you have to factorize it. And here instead of x squared and x, you have x to the 4th and x squared. Now see, the square of x is the square of x squared is x to the 4th. So you can take x squared as t, your expression will be t squared minus t minus 6. I'm just telling you that. And now you know how to factorize it. For 6, you're getting 1, so it should be 2 and 3. You can write, yeah, so 2 and 3, and you have to decide the signs. It's negative. The sum is also negative. That means the bigger number has to be a negative. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So the answer is t plus 2, t minus 3. And now t is what? T is x squared. So x squared plus 2, x squared minus 3 is your answer. I hope that makes sense to you. That's a good idea, Sandesh. I will do that. I will leave a community post half an hour before I'm going live, half an hour, 1 hour before I'm going live. So half an hour, 1 hour will work fine. And I hope this question was like you got the process. So whenever you have different powers, you just see if it can be written in terms of a quadratic equation. So the square of x squared is x to the 4th. So x squared is t. So x to the 4th is going to be t squared. And then you just factorize it, and then you replace t with x squared. That's your answer. Great. So I will leave a community post half an hour or 1 hour before I go live. half an hour mostly because these are impromptu plans, but I will try do it 1 hour before. Next is question number 7. Six we did, yeah. Which expression is equivalent? And you see it's a full on elongated process. So you will have to do 2x plus 5 whole squared and then just combine the like terms. So this is again a plus b whole squared. Remember the formula. A plus b whole squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Also a good thing I have done a quick fix. I got my laptop stand, so now my laptop is slant, so none of my cats can sit on my laptop. So they can't play, like they can't mess up with the keys or anything like that. So yeah, just wanted to share this good news with you all. They still sit with me. She's right here, but she can't be on the laptop. So now coming back to the question. So like I told you, a plus b whole squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. A is your 2a. 2ab means you just multiply these two numbers with 2. And then you have 5 squared. Here, like I told you, you have to distribute the negative. It will be negative x plus 2. Here also you have to distribute 2x plus 6. So here we just distribute or multiply in the first step. So this is going to be 4x squared, because do not write 2x squared. You also have to take the square of 2. This is, and always put parentheses. Parentheses means you have, or brackets means you have to take the square of 2 as well. Do not write like this. This is not same as this one. It just means x is squared, 2 is not squared. 4x squared plus 2 to the 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 20x plus 5 squared is 25. Now the common terms. There's only one x squared term. For x, there's 20x minus x plus 2x. For constants, it's 25 plus 2 plus 6. Write a plus sign in between. So this is 4x squared. 20 minus 1 is 19. 19 plus 2 is 21. 6 plus 2 is 8. 25 plus 8 is 33. 4x squared plus 21x plus 33. This is our answer. So just remember, we are distributing. Next is question number 9. Again, you see the parentheses. That means you have to factorize. Now over here, this is x squared minus 5. There are only two terms and there's a negative sign in between, so it has to be a squared minus b squared. 5 is the square. So this is actually square root 5 whole squared. So your answer will be x minus square root 5 times x plus square root 5. Here also a squared minus b squared. I will write both the formulas, a minus b times a plus b. And what if you just have a squared minus b, like in this one? 5 is not a perfect square. So it's going to be a minus square root b, a plus square root b. I'm also giving you the formulas so that you can understand. It's question number 9. Next is question number 12. Also, you can have a minus b squared. Then also you will do a square root of a minus b, square root of a plus b. And they can just write a minus b. Then this is going to be square root of a minus square root of b times square root of a plus square root of b. They can give any variation. But whenever two terms are being subtracted and they want equivalent expression, you have to apply any of these four formulas. Question number 12. My cat wants to go out at 11 in the night. Oh my god. Yeah, the expression 90y to the fifth minus 54y to the fourth is equivalent to, equivalent means they're the same. R y to the fourth, 15y minus 9, where r is a constant. What is the value of r? So there are two ways to do this. The first method is you simplify this one. You multiply them together, you will get 15r y to the fifth minus 9r y to the fourth. So now 15r is equal to 19. If you know r is going to be 6, if you do not know, just go to Desmos. Instead of r, write x. You will get your answer. Okay, this I have to refresh again. You will get x is equal to 6. So the value of r is 6. 6 is your. So what we did, we distributed the factorized one. Or the second method is you can try to factorize 90y to the fifth minus 54y to the fourth. And you try to find what is common between 90 and 54. That's a more difficult method. So I will say do this. Instead of trying to factorize, distribute it. That's easier. Now you're finding GCF. So yeah, one more thing. LCM you can find. Just give me a second. I think I saw it somewhere. Yeah. See over here? You can find LCM and GCD. You don't have to do any work. That's another hack for Desmos. That's very, very important. So when you write GCD, I was like, you have to write GCF. And you just have to write your numbers 90, 54. You're getting it as 18. Okay. But then 90 divided by 18 is 5y minus 3. You want 15. Yeah, so you have to give 3 back inside. That is why it will be 6y to the fourth. 15y minus 9. See, lots of, yeah. So now how you can do this? You know, you want 15 inside. So you just do 90 divided by 15. That means 6 has to go outside. Sorry, this is another book, yeah. That is how you will get 15 and you will get 9. Because 54 divided by 9 is 6, 90 divided by 15 is 6. Okay? So R is equal to 6. I prefer the first method. So Desmos hack. Desmos hack is if you want to find, because in factorization you will have to find greatest common factor. So you just have to write GCD. And if in rational expressions you will have to find LCM sometimes, so you can just find LCM like this. You just have to write your numbers inside. You've got your LCM. You can write as many numbers as you want. So that's something that I wanted to tell you. So the value of r is 6. This was question number 12. Next is question number 14. Which of the following is an equivalent form of 1.5x minus 2.4 whole squared minus 5.2x squared minus 6.4? So there's also a Desmos heck. I will tell you that also. How do you do it? You just using Desmos? Write the question. Write all 4 options. See which one overlaps. So what you do, you go to Desmos. You write 1.5x minus 2.4. For square, it's shift 6 minus 5.2x square minus 6.4. You are getting a graph. Now you type your options. The first one is negative 2.2x squared plus 1.6. It's a different graph, so this is not the correct option. Now you try the second one, negative 2.2x squared plus 11.2. This is also a different graph. You can eliminate. Negative 2.95x squared minus 7.2x plus 12.16. See, it's completely overlapping. You don't see anything else. So this is the correct option, but just to be sure, you just write 0.64 here. It's a different graph, so this is also not the one. So this is the one because you won't have to solve, because these are decimals. They're difficult to solve. Method 2 is you can do it by your hand. For this particular question, I will prefer Desmos. Because 1.5 x minus 2.4 whole squared minus 5.2 x squared minus 6.4. I will just send her outside, otherwise she will keep crying like, just give me a second, I'll be right back. This is my elder cat. She knows all the tricks, how to get her work done. So now anyways, we'll try to solve this. So 1.5x whole squared minus 2 times 1.5x times 2.4 plus 2.4 squared minus 5.2x squared plus 6.4, because I'm also distributing the negative. 1.5 squared is 2.25x squared. 3, 7.2x. This is 5.76. There's only one thing, and you have plus 5.76 plus 6.4. So now you can see there's negative 7.2x, so option A and B are already gone. And 5.76 plus 6.4 is going to be greater than 11. It's 12.16. So you don't need to find the first one also. It is negative 7 because the first two options are already gone. So it's 12.16. This is how also you can solve. Because there is an x term, so you can cancel a and b. So you don't have to solve for x squared because it is going to be negative 2.95. You just solve for the constant because that is what is changing in the options. That's also how you can solve it. Next is question number 23. Okay, now one thing. Enemy Hide, I've subscribed you, and ma'am, and I want to know when you will upload live lecture on JEE Maths. So Enemy Hide, I did JEE for several months. I've done trigonometry questions. I will do it soon, but because like you know, SAT, it's like just there. It is in October. So I'm trying to finish all the modules as soon as possible. There are a few more modules remaining. And once I'm done with SAT, I will start with uh, like 12th maths or JEE maths. I will start it with soon, or I was thinking of doing alternate days, but because in SAT it's just like there. The exam was in August, now it is in October. So I will try to finish everything in September, and then maybe from October or November I will start with JEE. I hope that's okay with you. But thank you so much for subscribing, and I will for sure do that. Yeah, soon. Question number 23. So cube root means the power is going to be 1/3. Square root or under root means the power is going to be 1/2. The exponent is going to be 1/2. For a fourth root, it is going to be to the power 1/4. Again, if you have no idea how to solve this, you can just use Desmos. I will tell you that method also. Write question and all options. Don't. Now she's cut. That is going to take too much time. I won't recommend that for this question because it's so easy to solve without it. Okay, so I don't recommend it. But how do you write cube root? You just write nth root in Desmos. That is what I want to tell you. So you write nth root over here. And now you can write 3 because we're talking about cube root. Oh my god. Oh my god. She was about to fall. X cube. Y to the 6th. And there's no graph, so you can't use that method. No Desmos. Because there's both X and Y. So there's only one method. I just wanted to tell you how to write nth root in Desmos. You just have to type nth root. It will become like this. There will be a cursor over here. You write 3 over here. And then you go inside and you write whatever you want to write over here. Like I told you, cube root is to the power 1/3. And now you just apply the power rule. And distributive rule as well. So this is just x, y squared. That's it. Or cube root of x cube is going to be x. Y to the 6th, there are like y cube times y cube. So they're going to be y squared. So it's going to be y squared. Okay? Or, yeah, because you'll get 1y from here, you'll get 1y from here. So it's y squared. Those are the ways that you can solve this problem. You cannot use Desmos because there are more than one variable. If there's only one variable, only x was there, then yes, you can use Desmos. Put the question, put all the options. 24. Yeah, you're most welcome, enemy hide. Yeah. Which expression is equivalent? We are just multiplying. Okay. Over here, if you want, you can use Desmos, replace d with x. But this is fairly a simple question. It's just FOIL. I do not recommend it. What I recommend this method. So d minus 6, 8d squared minus 3. So 8d cubed minus 3d minus 48d squared. Negative negative becomes positive plus 18. There is no sign that is, there's no like terms. So you write in decreasing powers of d cubed, then you write d squared, then d, and you've got your answer. And like I've told you before, if you want to write the entire FOIL, you can do that as well. Yeah. Because this is so much easier when you do it by hand. Because if you go to Desmos, it is going to take time to like type all the answers. But for the sake of completion, I will tell you how you can do it. Instead of d, you write x, because that's only when you will get your graph. When there's one variable, you can do this. And now you check your first option. Also, one more thing. There's negative 6, there's negative 3. How I will eliminate the options? Just multiply the constants. Now I'm going to tell you the third method. Or here only, it's like eliminate the options. Just multiply constants. No need to do anything else. Just multiply constants. Negative 6 times negative 3, we're getting plus 18. Wherever you're not getting plus 18, those options are eliminated. Now, after eliminating, you can check. Now this is easier because you won't have to type all 4 options. You will just have to type 2 options. Eliminating. Try with, and sometimes only one option will be left. This is what I recommend. Always multiply the constants together and these ones together, but no need because in all the options you can see it's 8d cubed, so that is not going to make any difference. So you should get plus 18, plus 18. Rest of the options are eliminated, and now these 2 options you can try in Desmos. So be a little smart. Don't try all 4 options because that will take a lot of time. And you don't have to do lots of things also. Just multiply the first terms together and the last terms together. First terms in this particular question you don't need. So just multiply the last terms together, negative 6 and negative 3. The constant should be plus 18. This is not working, so it has to be the third option. The graphs are overlapping, so it's a third option. Okay. So even if you want to use Desmos, do not try all the 4 options. Just try it with 2 options, because you can directly see 6 times 3 is 18, so there should be 18. There cannot be a 48 over there. So that's what I would recommend over here. 25. So process of elimination is a very good tool when you have the options. Okay. X squared minus y squared whole squared, x squared is given, y squared is given. X squared is a plus b. Whenever there is a negative sign, do not write directly a plus b. Always use parentheses, always use brackets. So because it's negative y square and y squared is a binomial, like there are more than one terms, always use parentheses because the negative will be distributed to both of them. This is very important. Not is wrong. Don't do that. Yeah, now so a plus b minus a minus c whole square. A cancels, it's b minus c whole square. That's very simple, because it's just b minus c whole squared, so b squared minus 2bc plus c squared. That's your answer. I hope that makes sense. This was 25th. Next one is 26th. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to square root 16 x to the 4th y to the 8th divided by x cube? So there is under root, right? So when there is under root, you have to divide with 2 because the power is going to be 1/2. So this is square root of 16, then it's x to the 4th to the 1/2 y to the 8th to the 1/2. So this is going to be 4x squared y to the 4th. And you're dividing with x cube. So nothing will happen to 4. With x, it is going to be 2 minus 3. So it's all just laws of exponents. This is our answer, 4x to the negative 1 y to the 4th. What we are doing, you just have to remember a to the power m times a to the power n is a times a to the power m plus n. It is not used here, but remember this. A to the power m minus n. These are, this is the theory part that I'm covering. This is going to be a to the power m upon n. So this is like very important. And then a to the power negative m is going to be 1 over a to the power m. And then a, b to the power m is going to be, you have to distribute a to the power m, b to the power m. Same with division, there also you have to distribute it. A to the power m over b to the power m. These are laws of indices. I'm going to wait for some time so that you can see it. Take a screenshot, write it down, whatever you want. And then we can go ahead. Okay, I hope you're done. Okay. Otherwise, you can pause and write this down. So I'm just going to move forward. This was question number 26. The next question is question number 28. So here we have used this one, and then we have used this one. X squared plus 6x plus 4. This is completing the square. So first thing is sure, because there is a plus, these two options are gone because your x is positive. Again, you can use Desmos. I am not doing that because that's easy. I will do method 2, completing the square. You have x squared plus 6x plus 4. So you write plus 4 a little over here. Now to complete the square, we just have to divide the coefficient of x with 2 and take its square. Because I'm adding this, I have to subtract this as well. So the overall, it becomes the same because whatever you're adding, you have to subtract, so the expression remains the same. Now 6 over 2 is 3. So this is now x plus 3 whole squared, because this is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And now 4 minus 9. Or like I told you, you always have Desmos, you just write down over here. X squared plus 6x plus 4. Oh my god, there's a better way. Because this is a quadratic function, you just look at the oh my god. Desmos, right question. Yeah, Desmos is easier for this one. So because this is in standard form, you have to find vertex form. Get vertex. Vertex is negative 3 comma negative 5. Vertex form is x minus h whole squared plus k. So you have to change the sign for this one. So it will be x plus 3 whole squared. K is minus 5. This is your answer. You don't even have to check the options if you remember this, that this is the vertex form. There's no a because it was just x squared, so the value of a is 1. So yeah, use Desmos if you're doing this method. If you're going to try it, just take the vertex and just write the vertex form. It's that easy, or you can get the vertex from here. Vertex in this question is going to be negative 3 comma 5, negative 3 comma minus 5, 3 comma 5, because it is x minus h. So you have to take the opposite sign for x and the same sign for y. And we're getting our vertex as this much, so this is my answer. Do not do completing the square over here. I'm really sorry. Okay? Oh my god, there are 101 views. So I think this is my second live or first live where there are more than 100 views. Thank you so much. Yeah. No need to do this. Cross it out. Cross it out. Okay. So just find the vertex. Vertex is negative h comma k. Negative 3 comma 5. Negative 3 comma negative 5. 3 comma 5. 3 comma negative 5. Just write the question. The vertex is negative 3 comma negative 5. Option B is the correct answer. That is it. We are done. 30. So standard form is ax square plus bx plus c. Your vertex form is a times x minus h whole squared plus k. H comma k is vertex. That is it. So you just have to get the vertex for the question and then compare with the vertex of the options. Next question is 30. So 24 over 6x plus 42 is equivalent to x plus b. So you have 24. 6x plus 42 factorized. 6 is the GCD. It will be 6 times x plus 7 over 4 over x plus b. You can cancel 6 and 24. It's going to be 4 over x plus 7. So the value of b is 7. Or otherwise, there's always Desmos. You write 24 over 6x plus 42. And this is 4 divided by x plus, and we just have to check all these options, 7, 10, 24, 252. You check 7, it's the exact same thing. But to be sure, 10, it's a different one. 24, it's a different one. 252, it's a different one. So this is the answer. Substitute options for B. Why I'm telling you both the methods? Because this question could have been come as a student produced response as well. Then method 2 will not work because there will not be any options to check for. So there you will have to do it. So your numerator is 24, your denominator is 6x plus 42. So 6 and 42 have 6 in common. If you do not know the GCD, you can use GCD to find the GCD, the greatest common factor of 6 and 42. The answer is 6. So we take 6 outside, x is there, 42 divided by 6 is 7. So that is why the value of b is going to be 7. 24 divided by 6 is 4. You can cancel them. Or because you know you want 4 on the top, you can write 24 as 6 times 4. So then also 4 will be remaining. Okay, both the methods are equally important because if it's a student produced response, you cannot do method 2, you will have to do method 1. But if options are there, then yes, of course. You write 24 over 6x plus 42 and then 4 over x plus, and you keep changing the value of b for all 4 options. Next is 38. Desmos is always there, but for this one, no need to do Desmos because it's just subtraction. So you have 7x cube minus 6x cube. Then you have 7x minus negative 3x. I'm just subtracting the like terms. 7 minus 6 is 1. 7 plus 3 is 10. This will become. So the answer is x cube plus 10x. Or you can also do vertically. 6x cube minus 3x Change the sign because you're subtracting 7 and look at the lower sign. 7 minus 6 is 1. Plus 7 plus 3 is plus 10x. That's your answer. For this one, I won't recommend Desmos because it's a fairly simple question. You can do it by hand, but yes, if you want, you can use Desmos as well. You just have to write the question and then you just have to write the options and see where your graphs are matching with each other. 39. Now there are two terms, there's a plus sign in between, so you can automatically get rid of option A and option B. There's only option C and option D, so it's easy to use Desmos as well. Okay, just write the question, write these two options. You cannot use it. I'm really sorry because there's Y as well. So yeah, we'll just do it. So first we talk about 6 and 12. 6 is common. X to the 8th, x squared, the smallest power is x squared. Y squared is the same thing. Now 6 divided by 6 is 1. X to the 8th divided by x squared is going to be x to the 6th. So x to the 6th plus 2. Because here you can simply multiply. 6 plus 2 is 8, 4 plus 2 is 6. So this is also not correct. Okay? Fairly simple question. Anyways, you can't use Desmos. So yeah. Oh my God, there's still so many questions remaining. Next is 41. Again, the laws of exponents, a to the power m over n is C. So over here, you will have to check the options. So in option A, you will be a to the power 132 over 12. And you just do 132 over 12. Anyways, it's 11, but yeah. So this is just going to be a to the power 11. I want a to the power 11 over 12. This option is gone. Option B is a to the power 132 over 144. This is going to be 11 over 12. Convert to fraction 11 over 12. This is my option because you have, yeah. If you want, you can try other options as well. This is going to be 12 over. Now this option, why I'm not considering, because you want 11 over 12, it's less than 1. 132 is bigger than 121, so it's going to be greater than 1, so it's gone. Because I can simply write 132 over 121 is greater than 1, so no, this can't be the one. And in D also you have a to the power 132 over 11. 132 over 11 is also greater than 1. Same thing for option A, we could have done. No need to divide. 132 over 12 is greater than 1. Here we have 11 over 12. This has to be less than 1. So there's only one option, option B. And you can further confirm from Desmos as well. Okay? So here we are just checking all the options. We don't have any other way to do this question. 43. So these are quicker methods of process of elimination. 132 over 12, it's going to be way bigger than 1, and 11 over 12, 11 is smaller than 12, but 132 is greater than 12, so that can't be it. 132 over 144, it can be it because numerator is smaller than denominator. 132 over 121, no, numerator is greater than denominator, not a choice. 132 over 11, again numerator is greater than denominator, not a choice, because in our question we need numerator less than denominator. There's only one option where numerator is less than denominator, that is option B. And you can also use Desmos to check the options. Okay, so here we are just checking all the options. We don't have any other way to do this question. 44. So these are quicker methods of process of elimination. 132 over 12, it's going to be way bigger than 1, and 11 over 12, 11 is smaller than 12, but 132 is greater than 12, so that can't be it. 132 over 144, it can be it because 11 is smaller than denominator. There's only one option where numerator is less than denominator. That is option B. And you can also use Desmos to verify this. Okay. So this is known as process of elimination, and without solving, you can get the answer. 43. Okay, the sum can be written in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. What is the value of a plus b plus c? You can use vertical method, you can use horizontal method. For this one, just for a change, I'm using the vertical method. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Plus 1 plus 7 is plus 8. 31 minus 8 is 23. Ax square plus bx plus c. So on comparing, a is equal to 1 because this is 1x squared. B is 8. C is negative 23. I've told you before, it's Vikram Betar, it's your backpack. It's going to come with you. You cannot leave minus behind. So A is 1, B is 8, C is negative 23. You want A plus B plus C. 1 plus 8 minus 23. 9 minus 23. Negative 14. If you want, you can just go here also. You will get negative 14. Okay. 3 minus 2, 1. 7 plus 1, 8. 31 minus... Oh my God, I'm sorry. This is plus because 31 is bigger. So the answer is going to be 32, not negative 14. Because it is 31 minus 8, not negative 31 plus 8. Yeah. So avoid mistakes, and that is why I always check my answers. Even it's been so many years, I don't even have to give these exams, but still I always try to see whatever I've done, have I done any silly mistake or not. I always try to do that. So also make it a practice in your thing. Whichever exam you're giving, always make sure that you check your answers. It makes a lot of difference. Next is 44. Again, ax square. Yeah, for these questions, you cannot use Desmos, right? Because these are student-produced questions. We are applying FOIL. So half x. So I'm directly going to multiply. Half times 3 halves. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 3/4 x squared. Then half x times half. Half times half is 1/4. 3 half times 3 half is 9/4. 3 half times half is 3/4. Now combine the like terms together. 3/4 x squared. 10/4 x plus 3/4. Ax square plus bx plus c. Do you want to know the value of b? B is coefficient of x. B is 10 over 4. 5 over 2. You can also write 2.5, but like I told Sandesh, I like to write my answers in terms of fractions because I am sure that this is the correct answer. Okay, I personally prefer fractions. So 10 over 4, you just go here because you have to write the simplified answer. So 2.5 or 5 over 2. Next is question number 55. Which of the following is equivalent to the sum? Again, you can use Desmos, but this is not a question that I will recommend you to use Desmos. X to the fourth, x to the fourth, 3x to the fourth plus 4x to the fourth, 7x to the fourth. Then you have 2x cubed plus 7x cubed. 2 plus 7 is 9. This is your answer. They could have given this an easy question also. I don't know why they chose to give it in medium. 58. Okay, here there are two ways to solve it. The first is you factorize this, but factorization always takes much more brain because it's a creative process. There's a lot of hit and trial, error and guess. So I would prefer to distribute, and you don't have to distribute the entire thing. Like I gave you, because k is a constant, just multiply the constants, and that will be equal to the constants over here. This is for quicker way. So negative 12 is going to be equal to negative 3k. Just remember, constant always comes only once. So negative 12 equals negative 3k, k equals 4. 4 is your answer. No need to completely solve it. We are just partially solving it because we want the value of k. And now if you want, you can go in Desmos and check it. 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. And here 2x. No need, but if you are like, will this always work? Yes. If you want the constant, just multiply the constants and compare it together. They are overlapping. Okay, no need to completely do it, just partially solve it. Because negative 12 will be equal to the product of negative 3 and k. Because in any other term that you're going to multiply, there will be x involved. Okay, so this is a shortcut way of solving these questions. '59. Product. Okay. So x to the negative 6, y cube, z to the 5th, x 4th, z to the 5th, plus y 8th, z to the negative 7. Product means you have to distribute. So here, in the first term, x is there, so negative 6 plus 4 is going to be x to the negative 2. Then z5 and z5, 5 plus 5 is 10. There is no x, so x will come as it is. There is y, 8 plus 3 is going to be 11. There is z5 minus 7 is negative 2. So this is my answer. Option D. If you want, you can use intermediate steps as well. Combine the terms together, y third, y 8th, z5, z negative 7. So negative 6 plus 4, 5 plus 5. 3 plus 8, 5 plus negative 7. 62 is the next one. Yeah, this is a very easy question. Because whenever you have 1 minus x or 1, just 1 minus x and or 1 minus p or anything over there, and there are all the terms, so yeah. So basically if you multiply, it will be 1 plus p square plus p cube plus p to the 4th plus p to the 5th plus p to the 6th. And now when you're multiplying with p, the sign is negative and just increasing the power of p by 1. So negative p minus p squared minus p cubed minus p to the 4th minus p to the 5th minus p to the 6th minus p to the 7th. Minus p squared minus p cubed minus p to the 4th minus p to the 5th. Because p squared, p cubed, p 4th, p 5th, p 6th, p 7th. Okay? All of this cancels. Only thing remaining is 1 minus p to the 7th. That's your answer. Or the other thing, you can go to Desmos because there's only one variable, change p to x, you will get some graph and then just check all the options. But this is fairly easy. I don't think you should do that, but yeah, you can always do that. Because time is also a factor, so we have to know the fastest way of solving it. And also all the ways, if we do not know what to do, then just have 1 minus x to the power 8. That's your first option. It's a different graph. 1 minus x to the power 7. Exact same graph, so that's our answer. But check others also. Different graph. Different graph. Because you can see green and blue lines separately. So you can also use Desmos. Next is question number 63. We are just subtracting them. 2x plus 3, x minus 7, subtracting, change the signs. 2x minus x is x, plus 3 plus 7 is 10, x plus 10 is your answer. If you want, you can do it like this also. Because you're subtracting with negative 7. Another easy question, 64. Here we are just subtracting, so yeah, again, option A and option B are gone because we are subtracting. You can have only these many options. And also, you don't need to subtract the x coefficients because it's the same answer. So you just need to check your constant. So it's 3 minus negative 5, that's 3 plus 5, that's 8. That is all. Why? Because they have the same coefficient for x, so you don't need to solve it. If they were different, then you need to solve it. And because you're subtracting, there is no x squared, so it cannot come in addition or subtraction. We are not multiplying. 65. Sit here. Here also you are subtracting. Yeah, so simply subtract 4x cube minus 6x cube. Then you have negative 5x square minus plus 2x squared. And there is no x term over here, so you just have negative x. And you just have plus 3 because there's nothing over there. So negative 2x cube. Negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7x squared plus x plus 3. If you want, you can use the vertical method also. But there write all the terms. 4x cube minus 5x square plus 0x plus 3. Negative 6, I think it's plus 6x cube, yeah. 6x cube plus 2x square minus x, and there's nothing, so plus 0. Because we are subtracting, change all the signs. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. Negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7. 0 plus 1 is plus 1. 3 minus 0 is 3. That's also how you can do it. '66. There's a fourth root, so first you have to convert this. X squared plus 8x plus 16. So now x squared is your x squared. 16 is 4 squared. So 2 times 4 times x is your 8x. So yeah, This is going to be x plus 4 whole squared. And like I told you, fourth root is 2/4. So this is x plus 4 to the power 1/2. Also, you can use decimals, but there are only two identities which we are using. This one and this one. Next is 70. Try to solve this question. I have to reply to a message. Yeah. Okay. So you have to find b. This is bx cube. So you just, and you're subtracting, so you just need the coefficient of x cube. So it's going to be 5x cube minus negative 4x cube. 5x cube plus 4x cube, answer is 9x cube. So the value of b is 9. 9 is your answer. If you want, you can use vertical method also, because of subtracting, change the sign. That's it. After 70, next is 74. MSUP is nothing, it's just a printing mistake. So we will write our answer and then we'll move forward. So you have 7th root of x to the 9th, y to the 9th. Like I told you, 7th root just means you write it like this, and now you distribute. So this is x to the 9th 7th, y to the 9th 7th. And now this can also be the option, this can also be the option. We do not know what the options are, so these are our answers. That's it, and then we move forward. Or no, this is not the answer. So sometimes it will not be given like this. So to simplify this, you can write x to the 9th as x to the 7th times x squared, because 7 plus 2 is 9. Same goes for y. Now 7th root of x to the 7th is going to be x, y, 7th root of x squared, y squared. No, though you won't write them separately. Yeah, so this is also what it can be. So what we are using two things. One thing is n to the power a to the power n. If n is same, it's just a. That's also always not true. It depends when n is odd. And a b to the power m is, or if you have a to the power k, b to the power l, this is a to the power km, b to the power lm. Yeah, we're just using different properties. Next is question number 75. So it could be, they could have given in this format, or this could also be the answer. We do not know the options. I've completely solved it. So out of 9, 7, you can make a group of 7 because it's 7th root. That will become x. 2 are remaining, so x squared is inside. Same goes for y. There are x and y. Okay. I was thinking of a shortcut. So first one is FOIL. You'll have to distribute x times 2x is 2x squared. Minus 3y times x is minus 3xy. Minus 11y times 2x is minus 22xy. Plus 11 times 3 is 33y squared. Negative negative becomes plus, so I've written plus. Now minus negative 12 times negative 2 is plus 24xy. And this is minus 36y squared. So you have got 2x square and you just find y square because y square is different in all the options. This is already gone because you have got x squared and y squared. So you're getting minus 3y squared, this is your option. And you can check for the other one also. Negative 25 plus 24 is going to be negative xy. But you don't need to find that because either you can find that or you can just find y squared. Yeah, and with this all the medium questions are done. Now only the hard ones are remaining. Oh my god, the 23 hard questions. 20 hard questions are also there. Lots of them are there. Anyways, I will take a break because we have done all the medium questions. Regain my energy and do all the hard questions together. But yeah, you can try. So over here, I always like separate all the like terms together, x squared, xy terms, and I group them, and that is how I try to solve it. So the first hard question is question number 8. So I am not here, but you guys can try this question and see what will be the value of a, b. Okay, and I'll be back soon. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, did anyone try to solve the question? Well, anyone, there's no message on the chat, so we'll do it by ourselves. So like I've told you so many times, I always prefer multiplying rather than factoring. Yeah, and here that's the only best course. And you have to compare. You have to get the value of A, B. So multiply. You will get 5ax cube. Now you have to multiply ax with all three terms. Then you will get minus abx square. Then you will get plus 4ax. Now you will get 15x square minus 3bx plus 12. Now I want the value of AB, and AB is a part of x squared. So I will just take the terms of x squared and compare them here. So negative AB plus 15 is equal to negative 9. So negative AB is going to be negative 24. AB is 24. You don't need to look at anything else. You want AB. It's a part of x squared. Collect all the x squared terms together. Compare it with the x squared on the other side. Solve it. You will get the value of AB. Or if you're not sure how to get this, instead of AB, you can write negative x because that is what you want. Plus 15 equals negative 9. Minus minus, you will get 24 as your answer. X is 24, that is AB is your 24. All right. Next is question number 10. Okay, this is like this. The first option is x minus 9. The second option is 3x minus 7. And they're asking which of these are a factor. So there is an easy way to do this. You don't have to use factorization. If x minus 9 is a factor, that means x is equal to 9 is a 0. And if 3x minus 7 is a factor, then x is equal to 7/3 is a 0. This is method 1, Desmos. Type the question in Desmos. Look at x-intercepts. So the question is what? Question is 3x squared plus 20x minus 63. Getting negative 9 and you're getting 2.333333. So x is equal to 9, x is equal to negative 9 is not the option. So this is gone. Now we just have to check how much is 7/3 in the decimal. It is actually 2.3333. And that's what the second one is. So this is correct. Answer is option 2 only. Your zeros are x is equal to negative 9 and x is equal to 2.3333. So this is correct. This is not correct because you should be getting negative 9 and not just 9. Got it? So whenever the equation is given to you and they want to know the factors, you just type the equation in Desmos, look at the x-intercepts, you will get your zeros and x minus those zeros, for example, x minus -9, so x plus 9 is a factor. Okay? Next is question number 11. This is exponents. We are using the laws of exponents. We have one square root of x to the fifth, cube root of x to the fourth. So this is going to be x to the power 5 over 2, and this is going to be x to the power 4 over 3. And now because you're dividing, it will be x to the power 5 over 2 minus 4/3. We're just using these two rules. Base is same, you're dividing, so you subtract the exponent. So you just have to find 5 over 2 minus 4/3. Desmos, or you can directly solve. 15 minus 8 is 7. 7 over 6. 5 halves minus 4/3. 7/6. Okay? So the value of a over b is 7 over 6. That is your answer. Again, I will try to keep my answer in fraction. 13th. So this is your rational, and you're adding two rational expressions. So whenever you are getting it, the least common denominator is going to be x minus 2 times x plus 5. So you multiply x plus 5 over here. You multiply x minus 2 over here. And in the bottom, you will get x plus 5 and x minus 2. Because you're multiplying x plus 5 both on top and bottom, getting this. You're multiplying x minus 2 on both on top and bottom, you're getting this. Now you open it up, 2x plus 10 plus 3x minus 6 over x minus 2 times x plus 5. 2x plus 3x is 5x. 10 minus 6 is 4. And now you compare this with the equation given over here, that is Rx plus T. Denominator is same, so I have to compare the numerator. The coefficient of x, R is 5, T is 4. So RT is going to be 20. 5 times 4 is 20. So we are just adding the rational functions, and when we are adding or subtracting, we need the common denominator, the least common denominator. X plus 5 is missing from here, x minus 2 is missing from here. So we multiply x plus 5, we multiply x minus 2. Like this. So now the denominators are same. Now you simplify the numerator. 2 times x plus 5 plus 3 times x minus 2, 2x plus 10 plus 3x minus 6. Combine the like terms. 3 plus 2 is 5x, 10 minus 6 is 4, 5x plus 4. And now there's a equivalent expression given to you. You compare them. You can see R is 5, T is 4. We want the value of R times T. 5 times 4 is 20. So that is how we are solving this one. Question number 15 is the next one. Fifth root of 70n times 6th root of 70n whole squared. It is equivalent to this 70n to the power 30x. What is the value of x? Again, we are applying the power of the laws of exponents. And this is equivalent to this. So this is 70n to the power 1 over 5. This is 70n to the power 1 over 6. Then you have squared as well. 70n to the power 1 over 5. It will be 2 times 1/6, it is 1/3. I am directly writing 1/3. So now you add the exponent. 70n is equal to 1/5 plus 1/3. And that is equal to 70n to the power 30x. So that means what? 30x is 1/5 plus 1/3. Try this equation, you'll get the value of x. Mm-hmm. 0.01778. I want my answer in fraction, so I will rather get it in fraction. 3 plus 5 over 5 times 3 is 15. 8 over 15. 8 over 15 times 1 over 30. Shift 8 is multiplication. If you don't have numeric keypad, 4 over 225. This is your answer, but if you want, you can write in decimal also. 0.01778. And if it is not allowing, so just 0.0178. Whatever they are allowing. Okay. Question number 18 is the next one. How do you know how much they are allowing? Because after a point, after certain characters or after certain numbers, they will stop typing anything. So just the last digit you write 8 and everything else you write exactly same. What is the value of b they want to know? So you have to apply the FOIL. 3 times 19 is 57, or otherwise you can try over here. 57x squared plus 18x minus, we need 23 times 19. 437 minus 437x minus 23 times 6. 138, but let's check as well. And this is ax square plus bx plus c. So you want the value of b, so 18 minus 437 is your b, because you will combine your x terms. Again you go to decimals. 18, 437, negative 419. That's my answer. So yeah, just the calculations are a little difficult, but yeah, you just have to distribute it using FOIL or distributive property, whatever you want to call it. Question number 20. Okay, 4x minus 5 we cannot factorize, so it has to be x plus 1 and 4x minus 5 on the bottom, so this is gone. Again, if you want, you can use Desmos as well. Write down the question, write down all the options, whichever graph is, overlapping, that's your answer. Or you multiply x plus 1 here, you multiply 4x minus 5 over here. Always write in parentheses whenever there's a subtraction sign, even when there's a plus, write it like this. So this is 4x plus 4, this is minus 4x plus 5. So you're getting 9, 9 on the top. So that's my answer. Otherwise, what you can do, you can type over here because there's only one variable. And then you check your answers. The first one, of course, it's not going to be. Yeah, 1 over x plus 1, 4x minus 5. It's different. Now you just have to change the numbers. Negative 1. It's different. You put 9. It's the same. You don't see two different graphs, so this is the answer. Okay? So you can also use Desmos or you can also solve it. Whichever method you like. I have shown you both of them. Next is question number 22. Yeah. Okay. Expression is equivalent to x plus b. So x squared minus c over x minus b is equivalent to x plus b. If you're getting x plus b, then there should be x minus b times x plus b on the top. That's one way of doing this. Or you can multiply x minus b on both sides. Or for Indians, bring x minus b to the other side. It will come in multiplication. Because you want c. So now x squared minus c is x squared minus b squared. A plus b times a minus b is a squared minus b squared. So negative c is negative b squared, c is b squared. Now b and c are positive integers. B is an integer, so c has to be a perfect square. Because b is an integer. So the value of c can be 4 because 4 is a perfect square, 6, 8, 10 are not perfect squares. Okay, because c is b squared, b is an integer. So you have to look for perfect square. 6, 8 and 10 are not perfect squares, 4 is a perfect square. 27th. Yeah. You have to find the value of a. See, you have 4 inside. So when you multiply, you will get 4ax squared plus 7ax plus 13a. I'm directly distributing. So you can take anything which you want. I'm taking 4a is 0.36. A is going to be 0.09. Or you can take 7a as 0.63. You will again get a as 0.09. Or if you want, you can take 1.17 is equal to 13a. You will get a is 0.09. And if you want, you can look over here. We're getting 0.09. Okay. So the value of a is 0.09. This one was easier, 29th. Wow. Here, because you have P, so yeah, again, you can just use Desmos, check the options, or you can solve manually. I will simplify this. I have to multiply 3 with all three of them. 24 minus 16px minus 64x. Now p is in all the x terms, so I will write all the x terms. 3p minus 16p minus 64 is equal to negative 155. All are coefficient of x. Now use Desmos, that's also the option. Replace p with x. Seven is your answer. So p is 7. How could you directly use the Desmos? You choose different options for p. So first you write 6x squared. This could have been an easy question if p were a constant. Then I would just have to take the constant and I would have got my answer easily. But it's not the case over here. And you write this as it is. Plus 8 minus 16x p plus 4. And now what we would do, I will just shift it in the other line because I want different values of p. So I will write p is equal to, what is my first option? Negative 3. Getting a graph, very different. Next is 7. You write 7 is getting the exact same graph. There are no overlapping lines. You can see. P is equal to 13. You can write 13. Again, you can see two different lines, so that's not the correct one. And then P is equal to 155. So instead of changing at two different places, you just write P is equal to in your second line and then the expression as it is, and you just change the values of P. Again, I'm getting two different lines, so the answer is 7. So you can also use Desmos. I will write how you have to use Desmos. In line 1, you write 6x squared minus 155x plus 24. In line 2, you write P is equal to like all the options. And in the third one, you write 3, 2x squared plus px plus 8 minus 16x p plus 4. Check where graphs overlap. So that's these are the two methods. You can use whichever you like. Next is question number 32. Of course, the Desmos one was easier because the calculations are far more complex. Okay, now you have x to the power negative 2, y to the 1/2, x to the 1/3, y to the negative 1. We'll just write the x ones to, and there is 1/3. So this is going to be x to the negative 2 minus 1/3. Negative 2 and 1/3. Mixed numbers are very useful over here. There's a negative sign, so it has to be in the denominator. So this is x squared times x to the 1/3, because 2 plus 1/3 it will become cube root of x. So you should get x squared cube root of x for x. There's only one option you're getting, so this is the one. We can also check for y. Y to the 1/2 over y to the power negative 1. Do not use improper fractions over here. Use mixed numbers. They're far more helpful. Half plus 1, that means what? Y to the power half times y. Y to the power half is square root y. So y square root y on the top and x squared cube root of x on the bottom. So this is my tip. Use mixed numbers. In radical exponents. Okay. Look at the solution. I'm doing x separately, y separately, and then finally I'm combining them together to get my answer. Next is 33. Yeah, these kind of questions are there. So 4x squared plus bx minus 45. And it can be written as hx plus k times x plus j. If I open it up, it is going to be hx squared plus jhx plus kx plus jk. So from there, h is going to be 4, b is going to be jh plus k, and jk is, okay, I should write, I will write these ones first. 4 is equal to h, b is equal to jh plus k because we have to take all the coefficients of x, and negative 45 is equal to jk. Now they've given us that j, h and k are integers. So for this type of question, I will always use this because I can see there is 45 over k, 45 over j. So negative 40 over k is going to be j. J is an integer, so negative 45 over k has to be an integer. Negative 45 over j. So yeah, this is an integer. This is an integer. In this one, b is a constant. It can be decimal. There's nothing given about it, so I can't use it. And h is equal to 4, so 45 over 4 is not your integer, right? So in b, because we do not know b is just a constant, it could be anything. So we are not sure whether this is going to be an integer. 45 over 4 is not going to be an integer. 45 over k is going to be an integer. So for this, we always use this last equation. Okay. There are more questions on this concept. Next is 35. Yeah, also over here, I had done this extra thing. I'll erase it because I had explained it. F of x over g of x. So for this, I've told you, you have to factorize the numerator, you have to factorize the denominator. Or you can use Desmos as well. That's also the option. X cubed minus 9x over x squared minus 2x minus 3. Here you can take x common. This is x squared minus 9. Here you want 3, so it's going to be 3 and 1. 3 is going to be negative. 1 is going to be positive because we want negative 2. Because 3 minus 1 is 2, negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. So that is why negative 3 and 1. And x squared minus 9 is a squared minus b squared. So a minus b times a plus b. Cancel, cancel. This is x times x plus 3 over x plus 1. That's my answer. Option 2, you can use Desmos. Whenever writing a rational function, always use parentheses for the numerator. Denominator, you don't need it. And now the options. 1 over x plus 1. Two different graphs. X plus 3 over x plus 1. Two different graphs. X times x minus 3. Two different graphs. X times x plus 3. So this is also quicker. You see the graphs are overlapping, so D is the correct answer. So you can also use Desmos or you can also factorize, whichever method you find fastest, go for it. 36. You have to find the value of k. So here also you can try the options. Let's do that. And you just write k is equal to, because that is what you want to find out. Because it is at two different places. Now k is equal to 2. Slightly different. K is equal to 6. Very different. K is equal to square root 2. SQRT for square root. Slightly different. Square root 6. Exactly matching. So the answer is D. One over third x squared minus 2. 1 over third x minus k times x plus k. This is a minus b times a plus b. So this is going to be x squared minus k squared. We want k, so I distribute 1 third x squared minus 1 third k squared. That means 2 is 1 third k squared. Multiply 3 on both sides. 6 is equal to k squared. Take square root. K is going to be plus or minus square root 6. So it's a positive constant. That is why it's square root of 6. Both methods are fine. Next is 47. You have to find a plus b over 2 whole squared. So this is just a squared plus, you just have to remember the formula. A squared plus 2 into a into b over 2, because this time we have b over 2, plus b over 2 whole squared. 2 cancels. A squared plus ab plus b squared over 4. Option D. That's it. Next is 49. Again, you can use Desmos. No, but you can't use Desmos because there will not be any graph made. Let me check. If I write y is equal to yeah, the graph will be made. You just have to write y is equal to. So that is also sorted. Because it's not possible that you should not get it. You should get it. X squared y minus 8xy. So when there are two variables, just use both x and y. And now your options. Y is equal to xy plus y plus 4 divided by x cubed y minus 16x squared y plus 64xy. Oh my god. I would have solved the question by now. Yeah, so these are not matching, so this is not the correct option. Now you check for the next one. xy plus 9y plus 12. X squared y minus 8xy just write 1 over here plus x minus 8. Different. Not the correct answer. Now xy squared plus 13xy minus 8y x squared y minus 8xy. Yeah, this is the same, so this is the correct option. You have x cubed y minus 16x squared y plus 64xy. Different graph. So no. Now if you will see, we have three different denominators, so I will try to find the LCD. That is least common denominator. Factorize this. This is x minus 8. This is, you can take x, y common, parentheses x minus 8. Cancels. So you need x minus 8 times xy. This is going to be your denominator. X squared y minus 8xy. See how many options are there? There's only one option with that denominator, so this is C is your answer. '50 is also hard question. One of the factors is x plus b, so what you have to do? Whenever factors are given, use Desmos to find zeros, because from there you can get factors. If a is 0, x minus a is a factor. This is a proper Desmos question. 2x cube plus 42x square, because otherwise it will be a little difficult. Plus 208x, because the numbers are bigger. Negative 13, negative 8, 0. Negative 13, negative 8, 0. So the factors are going to be x plus 13, x plus 8, x plus 0. B is a positive constant, smallest possible value of B. 0 is not positive, so this is not possible. Answer is going to be 8. If you write 0, 0 is not a positive. Okay, so the answer is going to be 8. For this one, use Desmos. That's the easiest and the most effective way. Last 6 questions. Question number 53. Okay, x squared plus 6x minus 7 over x plus 7 is equal to ax plus d. What is the value of a plus d? There are two methods. I will try to solve with both the methods. Method 1 is factorize numerator. So 7, 1 and 7, you can take its positive. So 7 has to be positive, 1 has to be negative. 7 minus 1 is 6. It's gone. X minus 1 is equal to ax plus d. A is 1, d is minus 1. A plus d is 0. Method 2 is you write x squared plus 6x minus 7. I prefer method 1, but you multiply with x plus 7 on both sides. FOIL ax square plus 7ax plus dx plus d7. So a is 1, 7a plus d is 6. We don't want that. D7 instead of that I will write 7d. 7d is negative 7. So d is negative 1. A plus d is 1 minus 1, that is 0. You can try whichever you like. Over here factorization was easier, so you can try use factorization. If factorization was difficult, you can use this method also, because then multiplication would be easier. 54. Oh, this is division. Because you can see there's remainder, so we will use synthetic division. There's always a second method, that is Desmos. You have x squared minus 2x minus 5. Because it is x minus 3, you can use synthetic division. So in synthetic division, you write the coefficients. Coefficient of x squared is 1. Coefficient of x is negative 2. Constant is negative 5. Because x minus 3, so x is equal to 3, so you write 3 over here. You write the first term as it is. Now you multiply this with 3. You write 3 over here and now you add. Negative 2 plus 3, 3 minus 2 is 1. Again you multiply with 3. You get 3. Put it over here. Add. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. This is your remainder. This is your constant. This is your x. So this is x plus 1 minus 2 over x minus 3. Okay, because you always do remainder over divisor. Option D. Otherwise, Desmos is always there. I'm not doing it with Desmos because, it's easier. You just have to check the options. This is a synthetic division. You write the coefficient of x. You write x is equal to 3 over there. 1 comes as it is. You multiply with whatever number is over here. Here is 3, so you always keep multiplying with 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 goes up. Now you add those numbers together. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Again you multiply with 3. You get 3. You put 3 over here. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. Last number is your remainder. Then is your quotient. And this is constant. This is x. If there was a third term, that will be the coefficient of x squared. So 1x plus 1. Okay? 56. You have to find the value of a plus b. Distribute and then we will add. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is going to be 1100. A is going to be 100 plus 100, that is 200. B is going to be 7532 minus 1100. You have to find a plus b. You don't need to find this up separately. 200 plus 7532 minus 1100. Six six three two. So a plus b is 6632. This is my answer. Okay. 57 is also a tough question. Yeah. You have to again find the value of a, b. This can be written as a times x to the power b. Okay, you have 6 outside. Fifth root of 3 to the 5th x to the 45. Eighth root of 2 to the power 8x. So I've told you before, this will be 3 to the 5th x to the 45 to the power 1 over 5. This will be 2 to the power 8 times x to the power 1 over 8. Now we'll multiply. 5 over 5 is 1. 45 over 5 is 9. 8 over 8 is 1. 1 times 1 over 8 is 1 over 8. So now I multiply the numbers together. There is no power. This is 36. This is x to the power 9 plus 1 over 8. A is 36. B is 9 plus 1 over 8. That is 9 and 1/8. 73 over 8. So a plus b is going to be 36 plus 73 over 8. Solve it over here. You can also write plus 9 plus 1/8. 45.125 or 361 over 8. This is your answer. And we always check our answer. Because everything is in terms of x, so I will write 6. Then you have nth root. And you're finding the 5th root. So you write 5 over here. And 3 to the 5th x to the 45. Times you have to come outside. Nth root. Write 8 over here. 2 to the 8 x. Why is there not any graph? Okay, multiply. Multiply. I think I have not multiplied over here. Yeah. And now we have got a is equal to 36. 9 and 1/8, that is 73 over 8. Yeah, it's an overlapping graph, so our answer is correct. Now we are ready to move forward. 2 more questions remaining, 60 and 67. Okay, how can we do this using decimals? That is what we will learn before moving forward. I was thinking how it can be done. We write y is equal to question. Um, And now in the settings over here, you press here or here. You will get an option of create table. You have got a table. In the table, you write x1, y1, and you have got the values. And then you just write y1, a, x1 to the power b. You will get the values of a and b. Let's do that. So instead of x, I will write x1. Instead of this, I will write y1. Now you can make the table using 0, 1, and you can also take 2. Well, there are only 2 variables, so this will also suffice. But let's take one more. And you write y1, a x1 to the power b. That is how they have written. A is 36, b is 9.125. We are getting our answers. And then you just do a plus b. 41.125, like 45.125. Got it? So because you have this, you just write y is equal to, and then create a table. You make one more table like for x1, y1. Okay. You write the x values over here, which are defined, y values over here. And then just whatever they have given, y1 is a, x. And this you can do for all the questions. I'm not going over all the questions, but I will show you for one more question. A x1 to the power b. You are getting values of a and b. You just write a plus b because that is what they're asking. 45.125 is your answer. It just clicked me. I have little time, so I will try to solve the questions which can be solved using that method. A is c plus d, which is equivalent to this one. We're seeing c squared, d squared into cd. Take negative common. This will be c squared plus 2cd plus d squared. X squared minus a squared because this is c plus d whole squared. And this will be x minus a times x plus a. Okay. So this is my answer. Because we have c plus d, I am seeing c squared, 2cd, d squared, so it will be c plus d whole square. So I take negative outside, I get it. And then c plus d is just a, so c plus d whole square is a square, and then a squared minus b squared, we are applying that formula. Next is 67. You have square root a plus c, cube and square root a plus c. This will be a plus c to the power 3 upon 2. This will be a plus c to the power 1 half. Add the exponents. 3 half plus 1 half is 4 half, that is 2. So this is a plus c whole square, and that is a squared plus 2ac plus c squared. That's my answer. And we're done with all the questions, but now I want to try that method that we just learned. So now the Desmos questions which can be done, I will try to get through them. Yeah, this one also you can use Desmos. Now I will just see which questions can be done by Desmos. Yeah, this also you can use Desmos equation and all the options. Now over here, what you can do, how can you do it in Desmos? You write 20x cube minus 9x square minus 2x plus 12. In the settings, you click on this option that is create table. You will get a table. In the second one, you use those values, write your another table x1, y1. You need, oh yeah, just get 3 values, 3 are more than enough. Then you write y1 is, it is given in this format, ax plus 3 and then you write 5x squared minus bx plus 4. You will get the values of a, you will get the values of b, you just write a, b in your fourth one. You will get your answer. So now let's try that. Y equals 20 x cube minus 9x square minus 2x plus 12. Now you go here, create table. In the third one, you write x1. Sorry, in the third one, you create a table and write these values. You can use 0, 1, 2. 0 is 12, 1 is 21, 2 is 132. And then you just write whatever there was, 3x1 plus a, I think. ax1 plus 3, my bad. And then 5x1 squared minus bx1 plus 4. You have got a and 4, just do a times b. Answer is 24. Here also you can use Desmos, you know how to use it. This is easier without Desmos, but if you have to use Desmos, we'll do the exact same thing. In the bottom, this is cube root of x to the fourth, so nth root 3 x to the fourth. You write table, you get the 2 values. And yeah, you can do 3 also. So at 1 it is 1. At 2 you're getting this value. No, you can't. So 2.2449241, and at 3 you get 3.6028109, and your function is just x to the power a over b. So x1 to the power a over b. You've got the value of a and b. You have to find a over b. It's 1.166, getting 7 over 6. So yeah, 1.1666. Over here, it's not accurately correct, but yeah, you're getting the almost similar answer. I will be writing regression. All right, I'm just showing. Same thing over here, but this is an easy question, no need to do. You can do same thing over here. We write this, get the table, get the values of R, like, yeah, we replicate the table, write this, get the values of R and T. But yeah, this was also easier. So 70n you can write as x, and x and x you can write as a or something else, and you will get your answer. So you can also apply the same method over here. You can apply the same method over here as well. You get the table, you will get a, b, and c. You can get the value of b directly. So that is it. In the end, I told you a trick through which you can, use regression and get the Desmos as well when there are variables and it is tougher to solve. You can solve it that way, or otherwise you can do other things as well, like multiplying, distributing, comparing. That is also what you can do. So that is it. We are done. I think it also took a lot of time. 3.5 hours, still not the longest stream. Yeah, so these questions were they didn't take that much time. So there's just a bonus that I told you how to solve those questions in Desmos. In some cases it will be useful, in some it will not be, but yeah, you can apply those method as well. If your concepts are not very good, then you can use, like Desmos, you can use even when you do not know anything. So that is how I have told you how to use it. That is it. I will take your leave. And the next, the demand is for linear equations. I will make the video on Desmos as well, like Desmos hacks, but I'm also gathering the questions, right? For example, I can take one question from here and show you how you can use Desmos for that. So I will be doing it at the end, but I will try to do it before October if I'm not able to cover all the concepts. So that's it. And yes, I will try to put a community post before going live the next time. So you know beforehand if I'm coming live or not. So that's it. Thank you so much. There are 133 views. It's huge. Thank you so much everyone who has been watching. So this was equivalent expressions. Most of them is polynomials. Few are rational expressions, and there are also laws of exponents. That is what we have covered today. Yeah. Bye.